Hey, what is up, my fellow parents? Time is such an important thing. Time, we all have the same amount of it in a day, in a week, in a year. We all cherish it. We all want to use it well. And so today we're going to talk about time and to talk about work-life balance. Whether you are a stay-at-home parent, whether you're a traveling salesperson, whether you work 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week, we're going to give you some tips and some tools to how to think about your time, how to think about quality time with your kids, how to think about balancing it and using it well, and just really maximizing it. And I think you really enjoy these tips that we give you. Now, Jordan, this was your idea for an episode. Man. Why did you come up with this idea?
I was thinking about you. Sean's been really busy the last couple weeks. Everybody doesn't know, but he's just been like grinding, right? Doing a lot of physical labor, doing a lot of work. And I was just thinking about it. I'm like, man, I wonder what his home life is going like right now. Like, what are his daughters doing? Like, he's away from them. Is he still parenting them in a way like he would if he was at home because he's been traveling? And then I was thinking about my life. Like, when I was in Seattle, me and a buddy wanted to buy a little house, a little surf shack, and we turned it into our little surf dome.
Yes.
But it took a year for us to do that. And so that project took a lot of time, and it took a lot of time away from my new kids that were just born, right? And so now I think like this is so important because whether you are a CEO, a traveling salesperson like Sean said, or like me, I want to do a dang home project. Whatever I start is going to take me away from those parenting things that I do on a day-to-day basis. It's like, I got a project, I'm doing the bathroom, I got to get it done, so I'm going to be working till this evening. I cannot help you with your homework. Right. But is that right? And so I was going to ask Sean, I was going to ask you, I was going to be like, or should I literally put that project on the side, let my house get dirty so I can be a better dad?
Yeah, I think it's just a really important conversation. It's like, I feel like it's true to say, if you want to be a great parent, you've got to figure this out. And I really think there's 2 or 3 things that I think that we're going to mention out of these 10, everyone, that I think are really going to rock your world like in a really, really good way. First off, let me just kind of like take the book and then flip to the last page of the book. You ever do that? Or sometimes I'm watching a Netflix show.
My wife does that.
And I'm not really into it.
I want to know the ending before.
But I need to know the ending, so I'll just go to the end. I'm not going to watch this, but I'd like to know. Here's some really good news, everybody. Okay, work-life balance is not about equal time. It's about intentional presence. Right.
Okay.
That's the end of the book. Your kids don't need more hours from you.
Okay.
They need more of you in the hours that you give.
All right. So
that sounds good, doesn't it?
It's okay to be maybe my neighbor down the street who has the worst lawn in the neighborhood, but he's out there playing baseball with his kids all the time. And he's being that good dad instead of, I got a landscape. I can't play with you right now.
Yes. It's also wonderful to be a single mom and you work a lot and you're going to hear this episode. You're like, I got no time for this stuff because I'm just busy. I'm paying bills. I'm making dinner. I'm doing dishes. I'm keeping these kids alive. And so I think you're really, this episode is going to empower you, not bring any shame. But just to point out a couple particular situations, I want to bring it to your attention. All right. Maybe you are a parent who works a lot. We'll just say it's a dad who works a lot. You're working, way beyond 40 hours a week. And so if that's you, I just want to say, well done. Good for you. You're working hard to provide for your family. But if that's you, you need to listen to this episode. If you're a salesperson, let's say you're a saleswoman and you're traveling a lot, well done. Thank you for working so hard. But I really want you to listen to this episode. All right? Can I keep going? A few more?
Please. No, yeah.
All right. Did you know that there's a lot of moms out there, they just don't really enjoy playing with their kids?
What is up with that? I see that too.
It's a thing. Yeah.
I know it is.
Like their kids are in the pool and they're like, Mom, come and play.
Come and play.
I'm like, no.
It's like, no.
If that's you, I want you to listen to today's episode because there's nothing wrong with you. My wife doesn't really enjoy playing with the kids. The kids love her and she's an amazing mom, but that's just not her thing.
Do you ever get blamed by being the fun dad? Well, you're just the fun dad, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you play more.
I do play a lot. Yeah, it's not like that. It's not like that. But let's talk about that in a little bit. We'll talk about it. What about this? I think would you and I agree it's okay to be a mom who doesn't really play with their kids? I think that's fine. Do you think that's
but
cool?
I also enjoy seeing that personally.
Yeah.
Because I think it's good for the kid and the mom sometimes. Mm-hmm. I think for moms, and I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but from what I see, it's like they have so many tasks that they have to get done that they feel like they don't have time to play.
Right.
And then it's like, well, sometimes just let the kitchen stay dirty and go play, and it's good for you too.
That's good. That's really good.
That's just my thought.
How about this? I totally agree with that. But is it okay for a dad to not play with his kids?
I'm going to say no, man. I think
I agree.
Be playing.
I agree. No, too.
Yeah, I think.
But is that cool? We have a double standard that moms are okay, but dads, it's like you have to play with your kids. Like that's messed up if you don't play. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that is interesting.
We've never talked about that in my life.
No, we haven't. That's an interesting topic.
How about you have teenagers and you're going to hear this episode about quality time? What do you do when you got a teen who's real salty? Morton Salt. They're the CEO of Morton Salt, and they don't really want to play. They don't want to hang out. They just want to be left alone or hang out with their grandparents. We're going to get some tools for that, too.
That's probably the hardest part of all of this childhood, of this parenting experience for us, is when the kids don't feel like they need us anymore. And we're like, wait, bro, I just gave you 13 years of my life, and now you're going to go do your own thing?
How about this? How about entrepreneurs or even DIYers, and you're building something new. You're creating something beautiful. And you're working, your regular job, and then you go to another job. Or you're putting 8 hours a week to build a company.
Right.
What do you do? Well, we're going to give you some tips and tools and some thoughts for that, All
right, good. Yeah, I've tried that where I'm like, here, pick up the hammer, come help me. It doesn't ever go so well. Okay, you know what? Just get out of my face. I got to get this done.
We actually... we are furnishing an Airbnb that we just got down in San Diego. And so we actually went down there and we brought all of our kids and even 2 other friends. And we put everyone to work for 10 days straight.
So I like that idea. How was it? Was it successful?
In many ways, it was a big success. But one of our kids, I don't want to throw under the bus, but it was the youngest. She did not do well.
Yeah.
And that's understandable.
She's younger, and she probably just wants to play. And you're like,
she does.
There's a time to play and there's a time to work. But for kids, it's like, I don't understand. I thought we're put on this earth to play. And that is it.
Yeah. Right. So, how do you manage that too? And then I just want to do a quick shout out to single moms who are raising their kids mostly by themselves. Can I do a quick shout out?
Yeah. Shout out to all the moms out there that are putting in the extra work, the extra time.
Did you know, everybody, that there's a lot of research about single moms who don't have another,
counterpart,
another man in the home. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of research on that. But also in that research, there's a lot of really positive research. Some of the research includes that single moms who are able to succeed at what's called demonstrative affection, they can produce a really strong relational connection with their children, much stronger than other types of parents. Kids of single moms often develop exceptional life skills. A research called Sage Journals found that single motherhood isn't the risk. What is often a risk is a chronic stress of a challenging marriage.
Huh.
Is that interesting?
Yeah. And what was the term again?
Demonstrative affection.
Affection. Huh.
What do you think that means?
Well, that's got to make you feel good if you're a single mom.
Yeah.
Right? If you're one who feels like you're this list that we put out, you don't play with your kids, you work 80 hours a week because you have 2 jobs, you feel like you're not putting in enough time with them. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But in reality, this research is saying you may have a stronger connection than some other parents, and you don't even realize it. Yeah,
maybe you listen to podcasts and you feel guilty because you're not freaking jumping on a trampoline with your kid because you're going to your job, you're coming home from your job, you're driving your kids to Little League, and then you're driving them here.
Some people did not like that trampoline comment. Oh my gosh. That was hilarious.
So we're going to do a fast-paced 10 practical parenting tools for all of us, whatever is the reason that brought you here. And if you have a parent that you love, you care about, send this episode to them and then chat about it together, or listen to it on a road trip or when you're driving together. So Jordan, get us started with the first great parenting tool, and I'm really excited to share mine because it's pretty juicy.
Yeah, and the first one is, it's pretty simple. We talk about it a lot. The practicality of this could be tough, though. So here's the rule, okay? We'll put it out there. It's the 20-minute connection rule, okay? This is where you are able to give your time. It doesn't have to be a lot. In this case, 20 minutes of pure connection, all right? Undivided attention, okay? Now, how easy is that to do? How hard is that to do? It's very hard, okay? Especially if you work 2 jobs. It's very hard if your kid goes to school at 7 a.m. in the morning. They have, baseball practice till 4, 5 o'clock in the evening. They go straight home. They have an hour worth of homework.
Oh my gosh.
And you have chores for them to do. Now we're talking about 6 o'clock. Now you're starting dinner, okay? And, something else popped up. You can't have a family dinner at the table to have a connection, a 20-minute connection rule. So now they're, eating on the couch or eating in another room, and then the day's over.
Yep.
Right? It can be very hard when you think about it. But if you can actually slow down, I feel like even 10 minutes, even 7 minutes, it could go a long way if you have that one-on-one undivided attention, no phones, just me and the kid.
Right. Well said, especially if your children are like 12 and under. Really, really so important to try to find that.
You know what my son says, my 7-year-old, right when he gets off the bus? He's the one who has special needs. He says, Daddy, can we go in the basement? And I'm like, yeah, dude, let's go to the basement. Yeah. He's like, can we play a game? I'm like, yeah, let's play a game. Right? So we turn on the game. He plays the game. I'll sit there for about 5 minutes. I'll get on my phone because I'm like, I could check emails. He goes, Dad, no phone. No phone. Watch. And he just wants me to sit there. He's like forcing me to do this 20-minute connection rule. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, it is amazing. And it's so key, especially because when your kids are 12 and up, they're not going to want to be with you as much. Right. And so you really want to be there for your kids when they're teenagers. You want your teenagers to like you, to know you, to share their life with you. You got to show up from age 0 to 11. You got to really, if you got kids that play a lot of dolls, you don't like dolls, well, go play with some dolls. Talk about My Little Ponies. Talk about baseball. Talk about Fortnite. Just like enter into their world and enjoy that and get your mindset straight so you enjoy the process and you just make it about them and not about you.
Right. And the hardest part for us, I think, is when we have a lot of stuff on our plate. We're redoing the bathroom. We are a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and we have a project due to the board on Friday, and it's Wednesday, and you're sweating.
Right.
I think it's so important for us to figure out how to literally turn it off.
Yeah.
Even for 20 minutes.
You want to know what's important to you? Open up your phone. And see what you schedule. See what's put on there. Some of you have hair appointments, nail appointments, work appointments.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
schedule in.
Yeah, it's a good point.
30 minutes of uninterrupted playtime or just connection time with your family, and then make it happen. And don't let anything rob that time. Now, I really am excited about my point. Can I go into point number 2?
Point number 2.
Think about this. All right. This is so juicy. I'm so interested in getting your thoughts on this. What is quality time and who actually defines it? Here's what I believe, and I really hope you like this and you agree with me, is that the amount of quality time and how you spend quality time is not just about you, but a big part of it has to do with your spouse. So point number 2 is come up with an agreeable system with your spouse of quality time. Let me explain.
Okay.
Let's say there's a dad.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, hey, I really think you should spend more time with the kids. And the dad's like, no, I'm good. I feel like I spend enough time.
Okay.
Right? That's got to be pretty common, don't you think?
Sure, I'm sure it is.
Right. And mom's like, well, I really think you should spend more quality time. He's like, well, no, I feel like I spend enough time.
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm every day with them. Yeah.
Right. I'm here, there. I'm here.
I'm
And
here
the
all
mom's
time.
like,
Yeah.
well, what about this Saturday? And the dad's like, well, I'm going golfing for 5 hours this Saturday. So this is like the level of intimacy and depth that I'm trying to invite all of us to get to, that your life's not about you. Like if you have a spouse, like how they feel about you, how they feel about your parenting really matters. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to listen to your spouse, to submit your life to your spouse, to be a partner to your spouse. Like I was thinking about this when I was dropping my kid off at school today, and I was getting ready for this podcast. It's just kind of, I don't feel like this is an edgy comment, but maybe it is edgy. I'm married to Danielle, 22 years. If I was married to a different woman, my life would look so different.
Right.
So different. I don't know how it would look different because I don't know who the person would be, you know? And I don't care to imagine.
Right.
But
yeah, that's like the fate or destiny conversation, right? So it's like, is this meant to be the way it is because this is the one and only? Is there another option? But what you're saying, it doesn't matter. It just would be different because what we create is just unique to us. Let me just poke you and challenge everyone listening to this. If you were married to somebody else, would your life look the same exact? And if you say yes to that, is there a chance that you're just kind of like really set in your ways, that you're set in your egotistical ways, and you're not as flexible or not as able to love or to make adjustments to your family members? Yeah, that's good.
You know what I mean?
Good. Yeah, I do know what you mean. So this quality time, I can have an idea of what it is. But what you're saying is it's more important that both partners agree that it's, working in the benefit of the kid, or it's actually, and it's not becoming unfair. Well, you get your 20 minutes and I never get mine. And right. So we don't want it to cause problems.
So like, I'm hopefully going to try to make Jordan laugh right now. I feel like I really love outdoor adventure, fishing, surfing, backpacking, getting out with my guy friends to do wild stuff in the wilderness. I feel like I would be much more skilled and much better at that if I was married to a different woman, because my wife has told me for 22 years, I'm not okay with you being gone all the time. And I would prefer you to only be gone here, here, and here.
Yeah, because I want to spend time with you, bro. Mm-hmm. And I'm not. Yeah. Okay, keep going. That's good.
Right. So you see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
And so I would be much more a different person, but I've married to a woman. I decided to stay with her and to work with her and to create a win-win with her. So she feels good about me being home, and I still feel good about my outdoor adventure.
Yeah, dude, totally get it. I mean, that's like the balance. That's like the question of like every young dude is like, well, do I get married and, have to adapt to this? Or can I be free and single and do what I want, when I want, all the time? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, you look back, you're like, well, probably let that one go get away or whatever that might be. You're 100% on the right track. This agreeable quality time, and the agreement comes with both parties in the relationship.
There's a great country song, I think maybe by Tim McGraw.
Oh,
where
really?
Somebody, what's the name of that song where it's like he's daydreaming about this other life that he could have had if he wasn't with his wife.
Right.
And it's just filled of like, drinking and boating and selfish living. And he's like, it's a beautiful song about like the joy of sacrificing.
Sacrifice. Totally.
And being a part of a family and not pursuing your selfish endeavors.
We need to highlight that more because more often than not, it's like, the old ball and chain. Ask her if I'm allowed,
Right.
And it's like, no, it's like this sacrifice makes you better, man. So stop thinking that the good life is the grass is always greener. And I wish because it's not true. Okay, topic number 3 here. You could bookend your day, okay? Let's just say you got a morning, you got an evening, right? We know evenings and afternoons are chaotic. You got to try to get a workout in there. We only have so much time in a day. So in the morning, you could have a couple of minutes of encouragement with your kids, right?
Yeah.
Give them some positive wisdom, before they head off to school. They're probably not going to like it, especially if they're teenagers. Oh, mom, oh, dad, really again? Yeah, I'm just trying to say, like, think positive, or, be kind, or whatever it is. And then in the evenings, you guys could have, a short connection, a talk. You guys could pray together. You could do dinner. We talked about that on podcasts a lot, doing dinner together, recap about the day, laugh. I know some cases, and we can maybe talk about this later, but you're so busy. I remember some of my friends said, you get to become like this taxi driver as a parent. You're just going from one sporting event to the other, that really this quality time we're talking about might be when you're in the car and you're driving from point A to point B to point C. No phones. Let's just sit. Maybe it's quiet and awkward, but sometimes stuff will come out in that moment.
Yeah. I've never really been a morning person, or, as you know, the late night routines. It's so hard for me. So because I'm not my best version at those times, I intentionally try to really show up for my kids in the middle of that.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay, good. Well, you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses.
How about this? Parenting tool number 4 is to really, this is especially for working parents, to really create like what we'll call as a transitional ritual, which means, let's say that you're a working parent and you come home from a stressful job. Maybe think about sitting in your car for a minute, for 5 minutes, just breathing, meditating, praying, just getting yourself ready to like shift from going from one job to another job. Or it's like you're not coming in to a house to be pampered, or to, you're coming to a house where your spouse, your wife's going to hand you the baby, or say, I need you to help with dinner, and changing and getting your mind ready to be a servant later, and say, hey, it's not time for you just to put on a game and just check out. That transitional ritual will really help you to show up so you offer good quality time to everybody.
Okay, and going back to your topic number 2, where you're talking about agreeable quality time from both parties, I think this is a good one to maybe talk to your spouse about, right? So you can do it. Whoever's the more busy person, or the one who is going to get the kid handed off to them, you can take that time to yourself in your vehicle. But I also talked to another couple, and they said, she said, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So when dad comes home, we tell the kids, hey, for the next 5 minutes, you can't ask dad to do X, Y, or Z, because he's in that transitional phase that you're talking about. So he comes in, you can say, hey, I love you, I miss you, or whatever. He goes upstairs, he changes clothes like Mr. Rogers does, got to change the shoes, got to change the sweater. And then in that transition, that helps him to go into dad mode too. So I like that idea.
That's
that was
really smart.
One.
That's a really nice story.
Here's another one that kind of goes off of, number 3, where we're bookending our day. But this is going to be a little bit more specific. How often do you look at your kids a day? Like, how often do you see them?
Okay, tell me more.
So, like, let's say your kid goes to school. You see him in the morning, and then you see him maybe in the evening before they go to bed. Maybe during the day they're playing with friends. Maybe they're doing homework. Okay. How often do you lock eyes?
Interesting.
I'm trying to think. Like, when's the last time I looked at my kid in the eyes and had a conversation? Because we can talk, and if we talk in the car, you're not looking at him in the eye because you're focused on the dang road.
Yep, you're driving him to volleyball practice, driving to school. You're not making eye contact.
Or maybe you're a family that your kid has a phone or tech, and you're talking to him. Hey, are you listening to me? Yeah, I'm listening. Well, no, you're watching. I heard everything you said. They're looking down at the phone. When is the last time you had actual eye-to-eye contact with your kids? I don't even know the answer, to be honest with you, with mine.
I think what you'll notice, everybody, is that if you go home tonight or today, you just set the intention, I'm really going to make eye contact with my kids when I talk with them.
You look at me when I'm talking to you.
I think you'll be surprised. Some of you are going to love it. It's going to feel so great. And some of you might feel sad. Like, holy crap. Like, I never do this. Like, we don't do this in my home.
I didn't realize your eyes are green. I thought they were blue.
So talk about quality time, slowing down to make eye contact with your loved ones. That's a great tip.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That was a cool rule.
I think number 8 is really, really important.
Number 6.
Oh, excuse me. Number 6 is really, really important. I think everybody, you need to have really good rules around your screens. Screen time, you need to have good parental monitoring apps on those screens. You need to have rules for screens. Are they allowed in the car? Are they not? Headphones, are they allowed in the car or not? And I think you also need to have rules as a parent. Like, here's a rule I have. Like, if I'm on my phone and one of my kids approaches me, even if one of my kids come into the room, I have trained myself like a dog. I purposely put my phone down and try to look at that person. I want to send a message. If you come into this room, if you're trying to talk with me, I'm going to be there. Now, I might be in the middle of something, and I'll be like, hold on 1 second, let me finish this. But those are just like little things that I'm trying to do to be really like conscious and aware, like in this phone, like in this home, the phone is not the king.
So you're trying to create that undivided attention that you were talking about, which can be hard. I mean, our kids are so divided. Like, I mean, our minds are all over the place. As parents, our minds are in 5 different places. Yeah. And I think the phone makes it so easy to get divided. So removing that would be a huge step to becoming undivided and giving your pure focus to the kids. Okay, I love it. Parenting tip number 7 for more connection time with our busy schedules.
Ooh, this is good.
Is how do you define success? And this is important, okay? I'm going to go to the movie Elf because who doesn't love the movie
Elf? It's so incredible. Gosh, it's amazing.
Buddy's dad that he meets for the first time is the big wig of a book writing publisher. And he didn't finish the book and whatever. And so now he's got to work on Christmas Eve to finish the last couple of chapters.
Yeah, there's a blank page.
There's a blank page.
Or 2.
Yes.
And the editors were really upset about that.
So he's having to work on Christmas Eve, but yet his family is like, Dad, we need you. Buddy needs his dad. Everybody needs you. And he's just the big wig CEO. And you almost see the transition of when he realized what success was when he finally said to his boss, I quit. I'm going to be there for my kids. And for him, in that moment, family was success versus being the big wig for this publisher.
Yes.
So, like, you got to ask yourself, this deadline that is approaching, this company that you work for, is it more important and is becoming successful in that field more important than being a good dad, being a good husband, being a good wife, being a good spouse, being a good family person? You have to define what success is for you. Maybe it's both, and that's totally fine. I want to be successful in the career world, and I also want to have a good family life. A lot of people do that. But one of the hardest things, especially for entrepreneurs, Sean, is like they give everything to their business to help it get up and running, and they leave their families behind. Right? You see it with some of the biggest billionaires, and they get divorced.
So much dysfunction.
And so by redefining that success throughout our parenting world can really change the way we look at everything.
So important. What a great point. I mean, everyone listening to this, you need to really have a clean, clear-cut version of what is success and what is a healthy version of success. Let's come up with some mantras real quick. I'm going to start and tell me if any mantras. Here's a couple mantras, top of my head. I may never become famous, but I can be famous at home. I'm just making this up. I may never become rich, but I could be the richest person on this block.
That's so good.
I may never be well known for influencing people or become a famous speaker or influencer, but I can change the world through my parenting, right? Like this, I'll have plenty of time to make money and to become X, Y, and Z, but I want to be rich at home, and I want my kids to love me and to see me, and I would rather be a really, really great dad and win an award from my kids, being like, hey, best dad, here's a mug, versus going to get an award from some company that I'm making money for.
Right. I saw a tweet the other day, and I liked it, I saved it, and it said, if you're able to be with your kids every day, pick them up and drop them off at practices and school, and provide for them, you've already made it. You are rich, you are successful, you have redefined what success is.
Yeah, man. I think a big change was happened, especially for men in the last 20 years, and I can't speak for all men or anyone, but, parenting has shifted, especially from a husband's point of view, because in the old days, it used to be like, hey, I'm going to work, and I'm paying the bills, so that makes me a good dad. No, I'm sorry, that never made you a good dad. That was your definition. And I just want to make that really clear. No, that doesn't make you a good dad. You want to be a good dad, it takes much more than being consistent at work and paying bills.
Yeah, amen to that. That's so good.
Yeah. All right. How about number 8? Number 8, and 9, I'll do both of those. They're pretty deep. So take a big, deep breath. Let me coach you. Let me psychologize you. Let me tell you something deep, okay? I just walked on the beach of San Diego, and I just made a reel about this. I just published it today. Parenting tip number 8, quality time. You've got to pursue your children and be okay with feeling rejected by them.
That's hard. Mm-hmm. We get said no a bunch. Hey, you want to do this? Hey, you want to do that? Hey, you want to do this? That you've maybe eventually stop asking. You're right. No, you got to keep asking.
Every 13th or 15-year-old is going to be pushing their parent away.
Yeah.
That's normal. Every 13 to 15-year-old, when you say something nice and lovely to them or write them a nice love note, they're going to say, ugh, cringe. What is this? Thanks. They're not going to be like, hey, Dad, hey, thanks for that love note you put in my lunchbox. It made my day. I love you, Daddy. I love you. Right. It's just, so what's going to happen is they're going to push you away. What are you going to do about it? Because if you take that on, if you take that personally, if you just let that just crush you, something bad is going to happen. You know what's going to happen? Is you're going to stop pursuing them. And then you've got a 14-year-old who's going through life with no parents, raising themselves, no one to challenge them, no one to cry to, no one to give them wisdom, no one to keep them accountable, no one who really cares about their everyday inner life, who they're sitting with, who they're at lunch table, who they're going to go to prom with, how they're struggling with this frenemy. Like, you've got to pursue your kids, especially when they are 13 and up, and you've got to be okay and don't freak out when you feel rejected or unwanted.
Okay. All right. Good. That means we're going to keep trying no matter how many no's we get. And maybe sometimes it's like, I know you're saying no, but we're doing it anyway.
Yeah, buddy. Exactly. That's actually happened. That actually happened to me. We were in San Diego working on this beach house Airbnb, and we were having these huge work parties every day. And I said, guys, it's time to stop working. And my wife was like, nope, we don't. We have to keep going. We have deadlines to get to. Things are not done. I said, no, Danielle, we're going. She's like, okay, well, I'm not going. I was like, all right. Well, then if we have to, I don't like that. I would rather us all go as a family. We need to go out and have fun as a family. Yeah. We haven't had fun. We've been working so hard.
That's so true.
We need to get out in the sun.
Yeah.
And she posted on her Instagram story, we're at this beautiful beach, Pacific Beach. The sun is going down. There's this guy blowing bubbles there, not just like any bubbles. He's blowing like 10-foot bubbles.
Yeah, I love that.
It's just so beautiful. All is right in the world. We watched this guy blow bubbles for 45 minutes, Jordan.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so funny.
It was so entertaining. He literally doesn't talk.
Hilarious.
He's literally standing on the boardwalk with his bubble machine with like these kind of wands, you know?
Yeah.
And he's blowing bubbles he's blowing bubbles for hours. And we're sitting there. It might have been an hour. It might have been 3 hours. And every time, dozens of people are walking by him, like every minute. And everyone's mesmerized by the bubbles. You have grown men, older women, little kids jumping to pop the bubbles, smiling. You could not smile at the bubbles. They're so beautiful. It's like, and I was so enjoying the bubbles, but I was also enjoying having these people come by and they would start smiling. Yeah. This big ball of positive energy. You could just feel it. And I didn't want to leave it. And Danielle posted on her Instagram story, Sean forced us to go outside. And I was like,
but you have to, man. You have to.
You have to.
That goes back to like enjoying the journey and not the destination. Like, you guys are working. We'll work ourselves into the grave. You have to find time to have fun. And in this case, you're playing. You force your wife to play, dude. Good job. She didn't want to play. You're like, no, we're playing. We're going to freaking watch a guy do bubbles all day.
Just bubbles all day. Next time I'm at the Bubble Man, I'll do more Instagram stories. I'll send one to you.
I'll send one to you.
So you got to pursue your kids. You got to be okay with feeling rejected. And number 9 is like a deeper layer. When you are overworking, when you are stressing yourselves out, when you're lacking your self-care, all these emotions are going to come up with you in parenting. You're going to feel rejected, unwanted. You're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to feel scared. You might start avoiding your children. You might start yelling. You might start snapping. Here's something I want you to remember, okay? Sometimes when we're too busy, we're just more comfortable succeeding at work than risking connection at home. Like sometimes when we're too busy, we're just more comfortable scrolling than risking connection at home. Sometimes when we're just too busy, we just feel more comfortable in working versus going to the beach and watch the bubble guy for 60 minutes.
It's definitely true, unfortunately. And let's be honest, like society helps create that culture, right? Work, work, work. It's all about working. What kind of job do you have? How much money do you make? And, you know, if someone has less than you, if they don't have the same title you have, some people might think less of them.
Yeah.
But the reality is like they could have more joy than you. They could love the little things like the bubble man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really about enjoying this process and not hitting these false markers that society says that we have to hit.
Right. You might be growing your business, but are you losing your wife? You might be being a great super mom, but are you losing your husband? You know? Like you might be raising a great athlete who might play varsity one day, but are you losing that kid? Are you losing their connection? You know? Or you might be raising a great straight A student who might go to a great college one day, but are you losing them? Like what is success to you?
So for the last tip we have here is we want you guys listening to be the leader, right? The go-getter, the one who helps create this culture of win-win-win, right? So this is what we call the win-win-win home culture. A win for you, a win for your spouse, and a win for your kid.
Yes.
Right? It's that balance of everything we've been talking about to make sure that you are present, you give your kids the dedication that they need to help them raise them to becoming great people. They need you. Don't think they're going to do this on their own. All right? I mean, we could think that our schools are there for them and they've got friends and we just give them their own time. But the reality is like Sean says, they're not going to ask you or thank you or be so like, I'm so glad you left those notes for me, but you got to do it anyway.
Yeah,
right?
buddy.
And they need that presence, that emotional safety, the consistency that you guys and only you can provide.
Well said. Let's do a little recap. Ready for a little recap?
Recap, anonymous.
Here are 10 parenting skills will help you thrive in the work-life balance.
Yes, the first one is that 20-minute connection rule. That's all it takes. You got 24 hours in a day. I know you got to work out, you got to cook food, you got to drive your kids here and there. The reality is your kids need 20 minutes of your undivided attention. Play with them, do Barbie dolls, whatever it is, just be with them 20 minutes. That's all we're asking.
Great parenting is not about you. It's also about your spouse, your co-parent. So find quality time that works for you and works for your spouse. And be flexible, be sacrificial, be loving, so everyone feels really supportive and connected with your time.
And maybe the best thing to do is to bookend your day. You could do a little couple minutes in the morning, eye contact with your kids, encouragement with your kids, and then in the evening, maybe a short connection, a talk. Read to them a book. I know that might sound silly if you have teenagers, but that is connection time as well. Just do something with them, even if it's in the morning, and if you have to split that time and do it in the evening.
Tip number 4, especially if you're a working parent, become very skilled at transition rituals, which means before you come into that house, take a minute in your car, do what you need to do to transition well from one job to another job, which is more important.
That's so good. Also, how about this, the littlest thing ever? Eye contact. When's the last time you just talked to your kids and looked them in the eye, right? It's like the littlest thing, but like that is so important. Get rid of the phones, get rid of all the distraction. Eye contact is important to help share this connection.
You can't be a great parent without great quality time, and you can't have great quality time if you have phone problems or screen problems in your house. So be a leader and create a great system in your home so the screens do not sabotage great quality time with you and your family.
We know what society, their definition of success is, but what is your definition of success? So maybe we need to redefine success to have success be great parenting, great family life, great spouse, whatever that is, it doesn't have to be career-oriented like society tells us. So you need to redefine what success means.
Hey, when your kids are 11 and young, when your kids are 11 and younger, they're going to love your quality time and playing with you. But when they reach 12 and up, you got teenagers, they're prickly little porcupines. They may not enjoy your quality time. So what do you do in that situation? Well, you become the adult and you're okay with feeling rejected. You don't take it personally and you keep pursuing them and pursuing that needed quality time, and you even demand it because that's what good leaders do.
It's good. It's real good. Number 9.
Number time.
That deeper layer.
Okay, yeah. And number nine is quality time is really going to bring up a lot of emotions in all of us. We're going to feel rejected. We're going to feel unwanted. We're going to feel anxious. We're going to feel scared. We're going to feel overwhelmed. We're going to feel like, how do I handle all these people in quality time? Well, this is an invitation to do the inner work on yourself so you can create these definitions of success and manage your time well.
That's good. Last but not least, we want you to be the leader of your household and create that win-win-win home culture. A win for you, a win for your spouse, and a win for your kids, because we want you to have the best life possible.
Work-life balance is not about equal time. It's about intentional present. Your kids don't need more hours from you. They need more of you in the hours that they give. Thanks for letting me share this. Thank you, Jordan, for all that you shared. Thanks for this great idea. Stay strong, be close, and teach wisdom. If you need more of me, I'll see you inside my VIP membership. Much love.